Okay, good morning. Going through some weird stuff here on the asphalt in my home country, Bulgaria, which unfortunately, despite the fact that we're almost gonna be using the euro anytime soon, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it still looks a lot like a communist country. Because yeah, even though we weren't technically part of the Soviet Union, we were part of the Soviet Union. And maybe we still are a little bit, but that's a different topic. I don't want to get into politics. Not my favorite thing. What I want to get into is the fact that I'm feeling much better today. As you can probably tell from my mood and the way I'm speaking. Now, the past, let's say 2 weeks have been kind of like the culmination of a lot of stuff that's been going on in the past, I think 7 or 8 years is probably best way to sum it up. By the time that this video is going to be live, probably another one is also going to be live, explaining a little bit about the situation that has currently unfolded. Honestly, I wasn't feeling great about it. I had a moment where I even felt like, oh, I failed, oh, I'm back to square one. And I was just feeling really down because it felt like I was going backwards. It felt like all the progress that I've made was basically for nothing. I technically feel like I'm behind on a lot of the things that I wanted to do in my life. And that's been like an ongoing feeling. So obviously, the whole situation kind of made me feel like I'm going even slower than what I want to go. So yeah, we took the trip with my family to Italy. It was actually a very nice, fun trip. We had a great time. We took a couple rental cars. We drove around Sicily. We spent a week at a beautiful villa there. So it was a great time, but still, a lot of the things that were going on were on my mind, and I was even kind of like going back to fundamentals, like why is this happening to me? What have I done to basically cause this for myself, and potentially what can I do to undo it? Now I'm gonna do a quick pause here to refuel my car a little bit and get a coffee, and then we'll get back to it, guys. So see you in a little bit. So the car is full. I'm actually about to go for a walk. I woke up like super early this morning. I like to call them the bugs in my mind were very loud this morning. I woke up super early and I couldn't go back to sleep. So it's obviously not gonna be the day where I can do the most physical activity, because I basically slept for like 4 hours or something like that. But I do feel a rush of energy. So I wanted to go for a little walk. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a strength training, calisthenics in the park, just to like stretch my body a little bit. And I have a tennis coaching session. We have a tennis coaching session with my fiance. This usually takes a lot of energy for me. I know some people feel like tennis is like a little bit of a, I don't know, not a serious workout, not even a serious cardio, but the way we do it, or at least the way I do it, for me it is. So I want to make sure I have the energy for the tennis workout, but then also for the day after that, because even after the workout is done, the tennis, I still have to have a full day of work. So I'm gonna leave the phone and have a few sips of coffee. So see you in a little bit. I'm now in the park. I want to quickly record this here before I kind of lose my, I don't know, my thoughts. So essentially, I'm feeling a lot better, and it's for, I think, a number of different reasons. I'm sorry that this video is so all over the place. It's been a crazy couple weeks, guys, and I'm kind of rusty with the videos. Haven't recorded it in a long time, so please excuse the kind of messiness of this video, but that's the reality of the situation. I want to drive you back a little bit in time so that you understand why this is kind of a big thing for me right now. As you know, I started my app development journey somewhere around 2015, 16, something like that. And then in 2017, I started building my first, let's say, big app, even though I didn't know it was gonna be big at the time. And it's not my app, it's not my business. I built this for a client. Just want to put it out there. Fast forward to 2018, things were going great. I started hiring developers to work for me. And basically, we were at some point like 17, 18 people. I was making 6 figures a month, let's say 1 year or less into me being an entrepreneur in the software space. So it kind of felt like I have it all figured out. And of course I did until I didn't, because I was basically an outlet to an American company. And when the American company started having some business cash flow issues, of course I started having business cash flow issues because I was attached to this one company. There was a lot of highs in 2018 and then a big low in 2019. I managed to stay afloat. I almost sold the company. I didn't sell it because the deal was not great. In the process, a lot of the guys in the company left. It was kind of like not very interesting for anyone to buy anymore anyway. I could either, I don't know, shut it down or try to keep it afloat. And I decided to keep it afloat, to try and to keep it afloat. And if it dies, it dies. And yeah, I managed to keep it afloat at the time. So 2020, 2021 were these couple years of rebuilding. We started taking on more clients. I kind of started building it as a business at the time. Even though it was like almost 4 years in, it was not even an actual business. Because again, going back to my roots, I'm a product guy. I'm a builder of stuff. And at the time, I didn't even think about building the business as something similar to building a product. Yeah, I ended up just not paying attention to it. So there wasn't any business there, not a sustainable one for sure. But anyway, we managed to stay afloat. We started taking on more clients. We started like developing it as a business, and things started going relatively well at a certain point. So I decided I'm gonna focus on other stuff. Like I'm gonna focus on sales and marketing. I'm gonna hire people to handle the day-to-day, and I'm gonna do the other stuff myself. I hired the people, they were doing okay, but unfortunately, I didn't realize that my key role, which is the product role, remained unfulfilled. So there was no one to do it. I wasn't doing it anymore, or not to the level that I wanted to do it, or I should have been doing it. I didn't hire anyone to do it instead of me. So basically what ended up happening was it just created this vacuum. At the same time, I thought I was doing sales and marketing and business development, but what ended up happening is I was just taking like this little break. I guess I was really burnt out before that, and I felt some comfort, and I was hiding in this busyness of the work I need to do to grow the business, even though I wasn't really working that much. And there were no results to show. So it kind of like this was this weird situation where I was saying I was doing this stuff. There were no results. Nothing was happening. So it just created this, like, I don't know, this vacuum. And also a lot of anxiety and feelings of just not doing what I have to be doing and things like that. So what ended up happening, I ended up wasting like a year and a half essentially to try to figure this shit out. But after realizing that I've wasted all this time, again, felt like a failure, felt like I'm too slow, felt like everyone else is in front of me and I'm behind and things like that. But I also realized this morning that I'm kind of over attaching myself to the fact that if the agency business is going down right now, I felt like this means that I'm failing. And I watched a couple YouTube videos and got me thinking, most people don't stay attached to a single business model and try to make that work at any cost. Or at least, I'm not going to say most people, I'm going to say this is not the only option. There's obviously other options out there. We are an app studio, a dev studio. And a dev studio can do many different things. We can take on client projects like we do now. We can work on our own stuff like we're doing now. And it doesn't have to be if one fails, the other must die as well. Because, yeah, the agency business could be slowing down, but our owned products could start rising at the time. And we've done this several times before, but the difference is that I had no idea what I was doing at the time, number one. Number two, we didn't have AI at the time. I think if you haven't realized that yet, you haven't used it enough. I might be over optimistic as I tend to be, but I think things are going to change very quickly now. Anyway, I'm feeling a lot better because of that realization. The fact that if something is not succeeding to the extent that I want it to succeed, this doesn't really matter because this doesn't mean that I've failed. We can only determine whether I've been successful or not at the end of my life. Not today, because today is not the day that this gets decided. The day that this gets decided is going to be in the future. So I need to stop trying to make things work at any cost and learn to sometimes let go. And this trying to make things work at any cost is this perfectionism that I have. I've been doing some analysis of that. I think I know what's causing it, and I think I know how to fix it. And I think I'm much better at not holding on to it because I'm not a perfectionist by heart. I'm chaotic, but at the same time, I can focus my chaos, which is energy, which is focusing my energy towards a specific thing. And this is the point in time when I've done the greatest work in my life. It's not when I've tried to be perfectionistic. You can search for perfection, but there's this notion that perfection means everything is going well. And I think that's a dangerous place to be because it doesn't leave any room for error. And in that room for error is where actually things happen, I think. It's where learning happens. It's where change happens. It's in this like dark space where things are going wrong. So I need to learn to even better let go of this notion that things are gonna be perfect, because trying to be perfect all the time makes you unwilling to take risks, makes you unwilling to make changes, makes you too focused on seeking comfort and going in the middle, where I think this middle in the sense of comfort is not where I'm supposed to be. I feel like I'm much more in the extremes, and that's where I thrive. And that's why I feel like I need to focus on being there a lot more. Anyway, that was just like a little rant and a little note to myself. It's been 15 minutes since I've been recording this video, so I now need to hit pause and take my walk in the park, and then I need to prepare for the day. I'm gonna record a little bit more of this day, and maybe if something else comes to mind, but if it doesn't, it's been great recording these videos. I can't wait for this to be uploaded and to be back on a more regular schedule. I hope everyone finds the way to be in a great mood when things are not going great, because I feel like this is the champion's quality. This is the trait of champions, is to be in a great mood when things are not going great. I think my boy Alex Hormozy said this recently, and I think it's been a quote that's been one of his more popular quotes, is exactly that. One of the most important skills you can develop is the ability to be in a great mood when there's nothing to be in a great mood for. There's a lot of different ways to phrase this. It's learning to embrace the pain, embrace the suck, some people call it. It's just this ability to feel good when things are not going good, because everybody can feel good when things are going good. But the real champions are the ones that can feel good when things are not going great and still find the energy to be creative, to be positive, to, I don't know, bring a smile to someone's face and things like that. So wishing everyone the ability to be in a great mood when things are not going great.